Hi everybody, this is Kristen from A Voice and a View. Here to do another video and hope you're all staying warm out there in the winter weather. And today's healing lesson is called Protecting Yourself in the Spirit. So when I talk about the spiritual realm, and if you don't understand how the spiritual realm works, everything happens in the spirit first, okay? Because we are the soul. We are not the body, we are the soul, the spirit, okay? The Holy Spirit. We are all part of God, and we are all connected. We are all divinely connected. We are a divine collective. And with that, you have abilities. You have abilities that God has given you. You may not know how to access those gifts, but they're there. If you do enough work on yourself, if you heal yourself enough, and you connect with God, doing the chakra work, opening up your chakras, healing from the inside out, like I say in all my videos. In case someone hasn't seen a video, I always repeat that. Being in nature, meditation, there's so many ways to raise your frequency, okay? To get through the lower chakra areas, to open yourself up, and to start this Christ consciousness process, okay? But through this process, you start understanding that part of the process is learning to protect yourself in the spirit, okay? And the mind is very powerful. The mind is very, very powerful if you know how to use it. And if you think about it, like I've also mentioned before, there's a lot of your brain that you don't use. And I believe it's around 10% of your brain that you use, that we all use. And you have to ask the question, why is that? Why do we not have access to other areas of our brain? And once you start waking up through this great awakening process, you're going to understand that you can access those other parts of your brain. And you will start being able to communicate with God, with your spirit guides. You'll be shown signs in your outside world. You'll start going through so many different changes and accessing information that you were never shown before. But learning to protect yourself in the spirit is very important. Okay, because as you raise your frequency, people on the lower frequencies are going to see your light. Okay, and they're going to recognize that you are a child of God. You are higher up in frequency. And they're going to be intimidated. They're going to be uncomfortable. You irritate their demons. And sometimes they can't control their demons and they become a totally different person. They may accumulate attachments, entity attachments. Could be from so many different ways. Could be from addictions. Could be from their actions towards others. Could be anything. But through this journey, you have to understand that we are the spirit. Okay, we are the soul. We are not the body. And sometimes through actions, through decision making in certain people's lives, they make the wrong decisions and they can get entity attachments. And they are going to recognize that you might be on a higher frequency. And they can see your light, and they might be intimidated by your light. And they could possibly try to hurt you. Hold on, guys, sorry. So, you need to take protective measures. And like I said, the power of the mind. There's a reason why there's more to your brain that you haven't accessed. And a lot of it has to do with the powers that you have that you might not realize you have. But you can take action in the spirit to help protect yourself. So if someone is trying to hurt you, or you are feeling like intimidated or uncomfortable around certain people, or you don't want them coming around you, there are things that you can do. Okay. Really quick before I start that, I want to mention that there are people that come into our lives, okay, that are here to teach us lessons. Okay, and this could be things that have happened in previous lifetimes, because we do reincarnate over and over again. And we might have been set up with a karmic. And they are there to teach us certain lessons about our lives. And whatever lesson that may be, I can't speak for you. But sometimes they are there to help you realize your worth. Help you realize you're not respecting yourself. And they are there for a purpose. They are there to push you to realize your worth. Okay, and sometimes things might get a little dicey along that path. There is balance in everything. There's good and bad. And if something bad is happening to you, it is there to help you realize there's something you need to look at in your life that's not balanced out. It's there to help you learn about what you can do to help protect yourself. So, on that note, you can cut cords with certain individuals. Okay? We come in here with soul contracts. And certain people are going to be put in the path of others to help them learn lessons, to help them evolve. Whether that's in a good situation or a bad situation, but, Spirit, God, does this. It's part of our growth. It's part of karma. It's part of, many different things. But it's to help you learn what to do, what not to do. It's all part of growing on our journey and to help our soul evolve. And learning that you have a soul, learning that you have a higher self. Okay? And I've mentioned this in one of my other videos, that you need to learn how to attach your soul, how to bring your soul into your body, because it's kind of hanging out there on like a rope. I know this sounds crazy, guys, but it's true. Your soul is kind of hanging out there on a rope, waiting for you to attach it to your body, to bring it into your body. That is your higher self. That is your soul. And along your journey, once you start realizing these things, and understanding what to do next, your higher self, your soul, is going to help wake you up. It's going to help lead you on your path and show you signs on what to do. Okay, and this is your intuition as well. That's God. Your spirit guides, your higher self. It's all there to help you on your journey and learn. Spirit will show you signs. Your soul will. You know, when you get a bad feeling about something, listen to your intuition. That's your internal voice that's trying to talk to you to keep you on the right path. So if you get a bad feeling about something, listen to it. That is God. That is a definite, you know, it's a frequency. And everything is balance and everything is energy. So when you get a bad feeling, that's energy. That's like someone knocking on your door saying, "Hey, I'm here, listen to me." Okay? But the power of the mind is incredible. So here are some things that you can do to help protect yourself through the spirit, through this healing journey, and understanding that you are a powerful soul and connected in the spirit. So, like I said, definitely connect your soul to your body. Bring it into your body. Learn how to do that. There's videos out there that will help teach you how to do that. Another thing is if you don't feel protected, okay, if someone is trying to harm you, cut the cord. Learn how to mentally cut the cord. Visualize that person. Close your eyes, visualize that person, and wish them well. Thank them for the lessons. Forgive yourself. Forgive them. And imagine yourself cutting that cord and letting them go. Okay? Do this in meditation. Visualize it. Feel it. And believe it. Okay? And be in that knowing. So that's something you can do. I've mentioned about the I ams. Okay, very important. God is the great I am. He's the master magician. Okay, and we are all a part of God. We all have abilities. So be very careful when you use that I am. Okay, because you can cast spells on yourself, and I've talked about spell work, guys. It's very real. This realm is all about spell work because we're in the hell realm and learning to get out of it. So I'm here to help you. But one thing you can do, protect your home. Okay, imagine, close your eyes, imagine a white protective light. And imagine that you are surrounding yourself in that white protective light. Okay? Do this in prayer, meditation. Do this in your home. Very important. You can also set boundaries. Okay? In the spirit. This is powerful stuff, guys. You can set boundaries in the spirit to where someone is not allowed around you. Use your I am. I am setting a boundary. That so-and-so or so-and-so is not allowed to come around me or near my property. Okay? Be in meditation, prayer, imagine it, place it in your mind, Use your I am. I am protected by God. I am protecting myself. Use your words. But be very careful with your words, because your words can cast spells. Okay? Spelling class. You ever wonder why? Spelling. Everything is about spelling, guys. Everything that we say is casting spells in our worlds, good and bad. So be careful you don't cast a bad spell on yourself. Anything you say, especially with the I am. When you say I am, TIRED, your body listens. The spirit realm listens. And I do it still too, guys, sometimes. I mean, I have to catch myself and say something differently after that. But you are your own universe. You have the power to change your life, to change your world, to bring in abundance for yourself, to create great things in your life by your mouth and by what you can imagine with your mind. It's very powerful. And what you say, the spirit realm is listening. And your body is listening. And when you do these protective measures, don't just believe it, okay? Don't just have faith with it. Make it a knowing. 100% knowing that the spirit realm is protecting you. Okay? Because they will. When you have a connection with the spirit realm, with God, with your spirit guides, your ancestors, they are here to help you learn, to help you wake up, and know that when you believe in God and when you ask for help, because you have to ask for help. We have free will down here. If you don't ask for help, you're not going to get it. And they're waiting for you to ask for help, to help you learn. And sometimes we have to go through these bad experiences to learn. Okay? Just like a father teaches their kid how to protect themselves. Okay? They have to go through certain experiences to learn that. When a kid tries to put their hand on a hot stove, that father teaches that kid, not to do that and to learn so they don't do it again. Okay, this is all a learning process. It's all lessons. But once you learn how the spirit realm works and that you are powerful with what you say and what you do towards yourself and towards others, because whatever you do, it's for the highest good of all with harm to none. So don't ever use this against someone. Don't ever do that. Because let me tell you, you're going to create karma for yourself. And that will be multiplied coming back if you try to hurt someone. So please do not use this in any way, shape, or form for other purposes. And I'm serious, guys. This is 100% real, this information. So you have to be careful of what comes out of your mouth towards yourself and towards others. But protecting yourself, learning to protect yourself, can really, really help you. But this information is, if you're having problems with someone, if you don't feel safe, these are good tools. And you can look up other information as well, guys. There's other information out there that you can look up on social media sites. There's a lot of people that understand this information. You know, spirituality is about being connected with God and being connected with the Holy Spirit. And you are part of the Holy Spirit because you are a child of God. So please understand that whatever you do and whatever you say is very important. Don't talk about others. You know, whatever comes out of your mouth can make things worse. Could keep you stuck. Could, keep you from learning more information. So just be aware. Awareness is always key. But like I said, you can also look up more information about how to protect yourself in the spirit, because I've done it and it works. It's when you are so connected with God and you are changing your frequency and getting out of those lower chakras and moving upward into your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, your crown chakra. When you're moving upward and changing your frequency, that will also help protect you. Because once you get into the higher frequencies, and if certain individuals are on the lower frequencies, they're not going to be able to come near you, because you're going to be on a higher vibration, a higher frequency. This is ascension. This is how ascension works, this ascension process. So, I hope you learned some information today, and I hope it helps you. And if anyone out there is feeling unsafe or going through something to where you feel threatened, okay, I am sending you protection, and I am sending you healing through my energy, okay? And I'm doing it right now. Okay, guys, that's it for today. So stay warm out there and keep going and learning as much as you can in this process. It's very important at this time. Okay, this is Kristen from A Voice in a View. Peace, love, and light, guys. Bye.